right, so I finished up with the cut. Now I have this piece of tin that I'm going to be patching. So the way I cut the tin, I ended up with only 2, 4, 6, 5 holes, it looks like. No, 6 holes. Here's another one. So I'm going to show you the process of getting these holes knocked out. So that's actually that's tin that I'm not going to use. You are going to end up with some bad tin that, well, I don't know if that's necessarily bad, but unused tin. So I'll start working on getting the stuff knocked out here. So what I do when I do the knockouts, because these are all nails that have been punched in, I punch them out from the backside. So when you look at it, this is what it looks like. You can see they almost look like bullet holes. Go ahead. This is where your ball peen hammer comes into play. Just go ahead and knock it out. I'm doing this on top of a wood surface, so it kind of works like metal workers do, but usually they'll have a leather surface on the backside, so you get a little bit of give in it when you hammer. So after you knock the back end out, this is kind of what it looks like. You get a little bit of a mound here, and that works really good for the next process, which is going to be cleaning it up, getting it ready to patch. So this is actually what you want it to look like when you get it ready to patch. You can see that it's really clean. There's obviously a little bit in there in that crack right there. I'm not going to be able to get that. But here's the ones. Here's the other one. So that one's actually pretty good. I can probably hit that a little bit more with the grinder and clean that up. I try to get about 1/4 of an inch around the hole, so you got a good bond. And now here, I can't get in here with the grinder, so I'm going to show you what that looks like with the other tool, the reamer. Now if you had a Dremel tool, which I have one, I just don't have the right bit for it. I'm too lazy to go get the right bit. That would actually work really good too, just because they're meant for detail work like this. So this is what I'm using. Alright, so after grinding, this is what I'm left with. You can see we got a nice clean area around each one of the holes. Now, some of the people I've seen, they'll actually go in here with an acid or something like that to clean it up. Some other people I've seen, they've used lacquer thinner. And I actually, in my helpful video section on YouTube, there's a link. It's actually a pretty funny video. I recommend watching it anyway. Of a guy that does some lead work on bodies, and they use a flux preparation method, which is the old style that you had to put flux on your seam before you went into your soldering. But this Galviz is actually a self-fluxing rod, so you don't need to have a flux. The only thing you might want to do, and I haven't done it yet, and I've had no problems, is to clean it with like a lacquer or something like that. But that's just your own decision, I guess, and what you want to try. So anyway, next step is going to be to actually do the soldering. So I'll pick you up on that part.